The movie starts by following an aqua girl named Bella, and she's living in Arizona with her mama and her new boyfriend. Her mom is marrying some guy, and she's like, I already have a dad, so I'm gonna stay with him. Not really, but she does go stay with him. Her mama and her boyfriend are going on the road, so Bella's like, count me out. She really does choose to move from a sunny city in Arizona to a cold gray city in Forks. She wanted to be a vampire this whole time. She gets to her dad's house and turns out he's the sheriff of this monochrome town. Bella's dad shows her a truck that he just bought from Jacob's dad. Oh, I forgot to mention, here's Shark Boy. His name is Jacob in this movie, and he is her long lost best friend from back when. Jacob shows Bella how to drive stick, and kudos to him because I cannot drive stick. I have ADHD, so I would forget to change gears and well, Bella goes to school and her truck is busting shots at the other students. Not really, but it's creaking into the parking lot and it sounds like fireworks are going off when she parks it.
Nice ride.
The guy from the Gorillaz band knows who she is just by looking at her and introduces himself. He claims that he's the eyes and ears of the school. Sir, how do you know who I am? I just got here. Like, how do you know? Did they give you a picture? Now, Bella's in gym and she's playing volleyball, still awkward, and she hits some random boy in the head. He gets all flustered because there's fresh meat here at the local high school and he doesn't know how to act. He already knows her name too. I'm thinking, like, did y'all have a meeting about me? Like, why is everybody acting like I'm a celebrity? That's me if I was Bella. The girl from Pitch Perfect interrupts their chat and is like, hey, you're from Arizona, right? Like, these kids know too much. They have to be working with the FBI at this point. The girl basically is like, I thought people from Arizona are tan. She tells a joke and it's bad. But the guy's laughing so hard because clearly he wants to get with Bella. And the girl is like, you can tell she doesn't really think that's funny. Her intentions are the boy here, if we're being honest. Now, they go to lunch and the guy from the Gorillaz band tells Mike, this is Mike, by the way, that you've met my homegirl Bella, and Mike is like, oh, your homegirl? And then some random boy comes up to Bella and kisses her on her cheek and is like, no, she's my girl. What is going on? Is this not weird to you? It's weird to me. Rosita from The Walking Dead even slides up and takes a picture of Bella with a 1979 camera with a bright flash. Like, hello, it's my first day? I don't think I'll be back the way you guys are acting. Now, we see a group of teens walking up hand in hand, and they look like couples, and it turns out they're a local family called the Cullens, and they are all adopted brothers and sisters, but they're couples. I know they're not related, but anywho. Edward Cullen catches her eye, and he's the only one that's single apparently, and he just looks disgusted and appalled at the thought of school lunch. Now they get to biology, chemistry, one of those, and she has to sit beside Edward. And Edward is gagging so bad because Bella stinks. She obviously smells bad and does not know it. When the bell rings, Edward runs out because Bella stinks so bad. Now, Bella is better than me because we would have been fighting right there in that class because I bathed this morning, sir. I don't stink, I think. Now, Bella's dad takes her to the one restaurant in town and she's playing with her food. Maybe I'm just fat, but I would be scarfing my food down. Bella's mom calls and she had to call collect because she lost her phone. And I'm like, what if Bella needed her? Like, is she supposed to call some random payphone or just call all the payphones until she magically gets in touch with her mom? Her mom asked about the boys and I'm like, ask her how she feels about this weird ass school. People are kissing on her, taking her pictures without consent, harassing her. Like, come on, mom, do better. Now, Bella wants to confront Edward about her stinking and he doesn't come to school for some days now. Edward's been skipping school, possibly eating at better places because he hates cafeteria lunch. Edward finally comes back to school and he acts like nothing happened. He acts like he wasn't just gagging the other day because Bella smelled so bad. Bella's about to leave school whenever the guy that kissed her loses control of his car and almost squishes Bella like some Final Destination shit. Edward comes in and stops the truck with his bare hands. I guess Bella don't stink no more, so he feels like he needs to protect her. And he hurries up and leaves and everybody gets out the car and they're like, oh my God, Bella, are you okay? Are you okay? Is nobody questioning how she's not squished at this moment and why there's a big push print on the car? Are we just gonna skip over this? I guess we are. Bella's dad takes her to the doctor just to make sure that she's okay. And I can clearly tell that this doctor is a vampire. Now, this is Edward's adopted dad, and we're gonna call him Dr. Cullen. Bella's class takes a trip to this plant house, and the plants are clearly bewildered and stressed out because they live in a cold, damp town where there's no sunlight at all. Edward tells Bella that maybe they shouldn't be friends, and I'm like, sir, can you get a hold of your emotions? Because at this point, you're confusing us all. Bella's like, why didn't you just let the car crush me if you were just gonna do all of this? Bella, cool it now. We don't want to be roadkill out here, okay? We don't want that to happen. Bella's getting lunch and she almost drops her apple, and here comes superhero Edward, being a superhero and whatnot, catches her apple because, you know, he's a vampire, so he can move quick. And Bella tells him, your mood swings are giving me whiplash. And he's like, I didn't tell you I didn't want to be friends. I just said that we shouldn't be friends. He tells Bella, if you know what's good for you, stay away. You only have to tell me that one time, sir. You're already pale, you don't eat lunch, and you skip school. And you're just bad for me. My dad wouldn't like you, okay? Just forget it. Bella's with her girlfriends and they're shopping for dresses for the dance that's coming up. And once nighttime rolls around, Bella's walking around by herself in the dark, in an alley. Girl, where's your pepper spray, your knife, your blicky? You brave. She starts getting harassed by this group of guys, and guess what? You guessed it, superhero Edward Cullen to the rescue. At this point, you're stalking, sir. I'm calling the police. Edward's like, oh, that was stressful. Want to get some food? I can take you home if you like. So Edward and Bella end up going on a date, even though that was not planned. It's cute. When Bella gets to school, her and Edward just decide that they don't want to learn today. So they go to the woods, and Edward is explaining to Bella that he's a vampire and that he's ugly and she wouldn't love him if she saw the real him. So Edward decides to take it upon himself to go into the sunlight. And I'm nervous because I'm thinking he's going to combust like the vampires in True Blood, but he does not. The man sparkles. The man is made of glitter and diamonds. Sir, is this what you were insecure about? When they get to school the next morning, Bella catches a ride with Edward, and when they get there, all the students are staring. They're shocked and appalled that the new girl Bella is with a Cullen. Wow. Later on that day, Edward takes Bella to his house full of vampires. One human, a house full of vampires. Okay. Y'all catch the wall of graduation caps. They've been like 17 for like 200 years. Not even legal drinking age. Not even old enough to go buy a pack of cigarettes. That sucks. You couldn't wait to bite me until I was 21? We get to this cute scene where Edward is whisking Bella around on his back through the woods. It made me jealous because I haven't been on somebody's back since I was like 10. Bella meets her dad at the diner again, and what do you know? Mike is outside harassing her. Dude, just leave her alone. At this point, I feel sorry for you because you can't take a hint. She don't want you. Let it go. Bella's dad tells her that he feels like he leaves her alone too much. You think? She's riding around here with her pick of the litter with boys. Where are you at? Oh, policing the city with 3 people in it. When Bella gets home, she's, not paying attention to anything. And boom, there's Edward. She's like, how did you get in here? She says it in such a cute little way. I would have started swinging because how the hell did you get in my house and I didn't hear you? The next morning, Bella tells her dad that she's about to go somewhere with Edward, and he wants to ask her dad for his permission. And her dad is literally like, all right, well, since you asked, most boys wouldn't ask. And as Edward walks away, he asks Bella, do you still have that pepper spray? Sir, that would not help against a vampire. If he really wanted to eat her, he would. Edward takes Bella to some field where his family is about to play baseball, and it turns out they can only play baseball when it's about to be a thunderstorm because they're too loud, because their vampire strength is like loud. Lil Wayne, Justin Bieber, and Blake Lively pull up, and they're like, what's going on, folks? When they walk up, I swear it looks like they're on an escalator. They are just gliding across the grass. Obviously, they know that there's a human amongst them. They're vampires, so you know that they smelled Bella across the field. Justin Bieber wants to take a bite out of Bella, and Edward is not having it. So we have this cool vampire standoff where they sound like cats going. Once Lil Wayne, Justin Bieber, and Blake Lively leave, the family starts panicking and has to get Bella out of there ASAP. So the plan is that when Edward drops Bella off at home, she has to make an argument with her daddy, like she's about to run away, and that her and Edward have broken up, just to save her daddy so he doesn't get attacked by the celebrities. While this does work, I feel bad for Bella's dad because he just works and comes home and wants to take care of his kid, and she just blanked on him, which seems like for no reason, but little does he know she's doing it for his protection. I still feel a little bit bad though. Edward's sister and Jasper whisk Bella away. They take her away from town. The plan is to have the family members run around with Bella's clothes to basically spread out her scent to trick the vampire that has been basically tracking her. Justin Bieber somehow gets a hold of Bella and tells her that he has her mother and that if she doesn't come to him ASAP, her mama is going to be gone, dead, finito, out of here. So what does Bella do? She ends up leaving and not telling Alice or Jasper where she's going. She's going to meet a vampire that already wanted to eat her, and she doesn't tell the other vampires who could protect her. I understand this is a moment of emergency, but we have to be smart here, Bella. Bella gets there and surprise, surprise, it's a trap. It was not her mom at all. It was actually a videotape of her and her mom. Justin Bieber begins to whoop Bella's ass, and it's like, sir, you're a whole vampire who is clearly stronger than this little girl, Bella. How do you feel about yourself? You must feel great, huh? Superman Edward Cullen comes out of nowhere and saves Bella. He also brings his family of vampires too, who also begin to kick Justin Bieber's ass. Bella starts convulsing, and turns out that Justin Bieber bit her and her body was rejecting the bite, and it was basically gonna kill her. So turns out that the only way to save Bella is for Edward to suck the venom out of her arm. And he's a little skeptical because he's scared he's gonna go too far and drain Bella of her blood, which he doesn't. Edward saves the day yet again. Bella wakes up in the hospital and her mom is there with her. Edward's over there pretending to take a nap. And when Bella's mom leaves the room, Edward tells her that he has to leave and they have to basically break up, or she has to leave. Bella starts stuttering really, really bad. It goes on for like 2 minutes, just stuttering, trying to figure out what's going on between her and Edward. So this little dance that everybody was preparing for throughout this movie is finally here, and Edward has come to pick up Bella, and Bella has a cast on her leg, but she cleans up nice. Go ahead, girl. Now, when Bella gets to the dance, her and Jacob are talking, and once it's time for Bella to go back in, Jacob offers to walk her in, and Edward comes out of nowhere and is scowling at Jacob, and it's like, I can take it from here, you puppy. Edward and Bella are dancing, and it's cute, I must say. It goes on for a while, and little do they know that they are being watched by Victoria, who is jealous that Edward didn't ask her to dance, because look at this face. Spoiler, it turns out that Edward killed Victoria's man, and that's why she has a grudge held against him, and I can understand. That's why she's on Bella's head like that. Tell me what you guys think about this movie. I hope to see you guys next time. We're out of here.